welcome to a new episode of 2K TV.
We've been talking My Player builds over the last few weeks with the dev team, but this week we're talking with the community.
Yes, you might notice a new logo in the city. We want to welcome King Jordan 2K to the community. He's been breaking down builds and making a name for himself, and he joined us in the conversation. Take a look.
I appreciate that. Oh my God. Oh my God, chat. We got a logo, chat. Logo Jordan in the building. Let's go.
Our next guest has a logo in the city. You can find.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on DA. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key.
David Aldridge, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markin and Carter are up front. Dunn is out there with Harrison, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Bodyguard is out there with Jared Allen, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Now here's Allen, following the miss by Otto Porter. The offensive rebound.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Dunn kicks to Porter. Pass to Harrison. Back to Porter. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Harrison. 4 on the clock. It's tipped. Stolen by LeVert. Dish now to Irving. And the pass to Durant. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Porter. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to Indiana. Dunn kicks to Harrison. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers. Dunn showing great vision.
Irving finds Allen. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
The bodyguard's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Dunn passes to Porter. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Passes it to Harrison. And the Bulls, another 3.
Well, Chris Dunn's passing ability was ready-made for the NBA.
KD dishes to Allen. Pass to KD. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's sent back by Allen. Here's the bodyguard. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dunn kicks to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harrison. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
The bodyguard, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
Pass to Porter. Carter outside. A double clutch. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Jared Allen.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
First free throw is good. Carter hits them both. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Irving looking over the floor. There's the pass to KD. A shot off that time. Nice D from Porter. Now Chicago's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the shot goes in.
That's just unreal body control. Chris Dunn really showing up the D with that shot.
Outside Irving. To the paint. On the wing, Irving. Offline with his three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You guys look at a guy like Otto Porter, and it seems like he's coming into his own in this league. He scuffled a bit, certainly, in his first season, but a key piece for this group moving forward.
First trip to the line for him here.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. I mean, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Now, here's Dunn, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And it's out of bounds, last touched by Allen.
Get the perimeter.
Dunn looking over the floor. Passes it to Porter. 6 to shoot. Fires for 3. And the Bulls with another miss. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And a wide open look for Irving. Off target from outside.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Outside, Markkanen. Here's the bodyguard, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The to-do list when you're trying to guard Kevin Durant is long, and he's used that added strength to power through contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Wendell Carter. Muscala comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Harrison. And it's White in for Dunn. That's tipped, but he stays with it. White against Irving. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Chicago. Nets leading by 6. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by Muscala.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Valentine. Valentine passes to Muscala. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. So for the Nets, Todd comes in for Kevin Durant. And Harris subbed in for Kyrie Irving. White looking around. Nets on defense. 6-point lead. Porter kicks to Muscala. Valentine passes to White.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Pass to Todd. Harris outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Dinwiddie. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Muscala, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
White against Crawford. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Bulls trail by 6. Valentine passes to Gafford. Kicks it to Porter. Ball's knocked loose. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. To the left side wing. Pass to Todd. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Jordan. A 3. Rebound by Muscala. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 6-point game. The pass to Valentine. Porter looking it over. Passes it to Muscala. Shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good. Nets leading by 6. Down low. Here's the bodyguard. Pass to Todd. The pass to the bodyguard. The shot. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Todd. Here's Crawford. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Harris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Well, you can be a second-round selection and still make it in the NBA. Joe Harris, because of his commitment to work, has carved out a nice career for himself. This guy is a lights-out three-point shooter.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the miss by Otto Porter from deep. Here's the bodyguard. He's covered by Muscala. Lets it go from deep. Harris misses.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
Valentine wide open. He fires. Connects from three-point range.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Here's Crawford. Pass to the body. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Whoa.
He'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Knocks down the three ball. Harris has got 5 points so far.
You simply must guard Joe Harris when he's beyond that three-point territory. He will knock down shots if you don't contest.
Now, here's Porter. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And it's White missing. Brooklyn leading by 8. Harris passes to Crawford. Here's the bodyguard, and it's blocked. 41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. A shot by Valentine, no good.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
And it's blocked. They retain possession. Crawford's shot is good.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
White down low, guarded by Crawford. White the pass to Muscala. That one's off, still out of sync. Here's the bodyguard. 10 points for him. Crawford left side. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Muscala is out there with Valentine. Then it's White, and it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, the bodyguard in that last game against the Pistons had a huge game. He scored 40 points, and as always, was at the defensive end as well. He blocked a lot of shots. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Here's Harrison. 6 points for him. Outside, White takes a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. The bodyguard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Brooklyn, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. First one falls. Gafford passes to Muscala. Stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Todd. And it's White with the rebound. Bulls trail by 15. Back to Muscala. Here's Gafford. And it's done in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Hits the front of the rim and out. Nets leading by 15. Pass to Todd. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Now, here's Porter. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Muscala, a three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Dinwiddie. Jordan trying to free himself up. Misses the layup.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
The Nets making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chicago. Now, here's Dinwiddie. To the middle. It's stolen by Muscala. 1:39 left to play here in the second quarter. Swiped it away. Dinwiddie against White. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Bulls trail by 19. And here is Valentine. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
For three, Harris. Short. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 21.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Right the pass to Gafford. Dishes to Porter. Five on the clock. Now the pass to Gafford. Shot to stop the run, but they recover it. Nets leading by 21. Dinwiddie wide open. Here's the bodyguard. Got a hand on it. Harris against Porter. Pass to Muscala from outside the arc. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Seconds left to play here in the half. Now here's Dinwiddie. Passes to the body. 2 on the clock. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 14 points for the bodyguard.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We come back right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Look at the bodyguard in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with the bodyguard. And it's Allen in at the 5 down low. And he makes the first. Carter hits them both. Irving with the ball. KD on the wing. Feet out. Here's the bodyguard. Tries again. Outside for Durant. And stolen by Dunn. Outside, Markkanen. Rebounded by the Nets. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Harrison scanning the floor. Pass to Markkanen. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Carter, and it's good for 2. Carter's got 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the court, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's an 18-point lead. And there's the pass to the body. And stolen by Dunn. Carter outside. Fires from deep. And again, no good by Chicago.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
The shot by Harrison, no good.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Here's Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bulls trail by 18. Here's Dunn, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Listen, Dunn has got elite power and elite speed, and it's paying dividends in the paint.
Good on both. The Nets have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. To the inside. Here's the bodyguard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
For Chicago, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Dunn dishes the Porter. Here's Harrison. And the 3 off target.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
LeVert against Porter. Now LeVert. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Bulls trail by 19. Here's Harrison. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
It's his first trip to the line.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to score a much better percentage.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Pass to Allen. KD on the wing. Here's the bodyguard. He shoots again, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Chicago called for the foul. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Bulls trail by 18. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alder.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you. Here's Markkanen. It's deflected.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
They get it back. Outside for Durant. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
So he gets them both. Nets leading by 16. Outside Irving. For the 3. Done with some nice D.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Todd's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Bulls, Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Porter. And it's White in for Chris Dunn.
I think Kevin Durant prides himself on doing everything at an elite level. And really, think about how he's improved his defense in the prime of his career.
And yes, it's good.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Stolen by Markkanen. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Harrison. Rebound by the bodyguard.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring dispute.
Well, Karis LeVert with a little flavor to the finish. He has got big-time athleticism.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 19. Bucket is good. White's got his second basket of the night. Here's Irving, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Looking to get back on track here, and the layup is up and in.
But just a spectacular display of ball handling from Kyrie, opening up the look there. Many believe he might have the best handle in the game.
There's Harrison. He's got 8. Carter right side. Excellent D from bodyguard. Brooklyn leading by 19 points. Passes it to LeVert. Launches it. Back to Irving. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Harrison. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to LeVert. Now, here's Tom. KD on the wing. He's guarded by Markkanen. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. Then for the Bulls, Daniel Gafford comes in for Carter. And it's Muscala in for Markkanen. The pass to Muscala. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shots good by Gafford.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
He dishes it to White. Another one falls for Chicago.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 6. Here's LeVert. Rebounded by Gafford.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Shoots the 3. And it's White missing. Brooklyn leading by 15. To the paint. Here's the bodyguard. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now here's White. He's got 6.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Here's LeVert. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. DeAndre Jordan's check in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Karis LeVert. Here now is Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Bulls trail by 17. Now here's White. The 3 from Valentine. No good there.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Luwawu. Here's the bodyguard. The second effort. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. Bulls trail by 19. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's White missing.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Luwawu, the pass to the body. And that one is stuck right through.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
The Bulls shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%. In the corner, Valentine with it. No good from outside. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. And Luwawu gets it to go.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Chicago with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Dinwiddie passes to the body. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Todd. 5 to shoot. Out left to the wing. A 15-footer. Luwabu's shot is off. The Bulls shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Here's Harrison. He's got 10. Misses off the left eye. Brooklyn leading by 23. Down low. Jordan trying to free himself up.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Here's Harrison. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. White, left side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Otto Porter Jr. He's checked in for Chicago. Dunn comes in for Harrison. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. Here's Gafford. White with it. Let's go. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Passes it to the body. Jordan against Dunn. Here's the bodyguard. Goes up again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, DeAndre Jordan making his presence felt at the offensive end. Nice.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The Nets have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Bulls. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White is out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Valentine at the 3 spot. Dunn against Crawford. Dunn outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Markkanen. Shoots over LeVert. And the Bulls with another miss.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Prince, and it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr. Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
Outdone. Outside, White. The rebound by the bodyguard. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the shot goes in.
Boy, gets the bucket through the contact. Taurean Prince, he earned every bit of that one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
White inside, guarded by Prince, and it's White missing for Brooklyn. They've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Here's the bodyguard, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Chicago making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Dunn. And it's Batum in for White. Bacon lays it up and banks it in. Bacon's got his first basket of the night.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
The pass to Crawford. It's Prince on the wing. Here's Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn.
Joe Harris.
Outside, Batum. He kicks it to Valentine. Over Crawford. And Valentine with the basket on the assist from Batum.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Over to the left wing. Prince outside. Pass to the bodyguard. Clock at 4. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Crawford, no luck. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them a phone. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, the pandemic impacting earnings all over the NBA, Doris. The pain is felt, we think, most keenly by small market teams.
Across the board, Kevin, there are economic realities that the pandemic has forced NBA teams to look at. But always, those small market teams depend on revenue sharing to compete. So now attendance is compromised and their ledger is affected even more. This is going to be interesting to see how this affects roster composition. Boy, we've got a lot of questions to be answered.
Here's Bacon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because I think they're on to something. We could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Prince, the pass to Irving. Pass to the body. Shot from a low block. No good that time. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's Bacon, guarded by Crawford. Here's Dunn. Drains it from 9 feet away. Dunn's got 4 points this quarter.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
A nice shot by Irving.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a core first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Porter kicks to Dunn. In the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions. You like, Greg, the slam dunk?
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin. And I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Carter against Irving. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 9 rebounds now tonight. A floater in deep. Dunn drops it in.
That's unblockable, that floater. One of the many shots in Dunn's arsenal.
Nets leading by 19 points. Pass to Allen. It's Levert on the wing. Carter against Allen. There's the pass to Durant. Over Porter. Offensive rebound. No good from the body.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Down against Irving. There's Porter with the 3. The rebound by the Nets. 1:25 left to play in the final quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Brooklyn.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for the bodyguard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
The shot by Harrison, no good. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. It's stolen by Carter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Done outside. Left side, Porter. Markkanen trying to break loose. No good off the back of the rim. Irving against Dunn. Durant down low. Here's the bodyguard, and the layup's good off the glass.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.